Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Today's flavor is toasted hazelnut. It's going to be 44 degrees today, and it doesn't look like it's going to be very sunny. Well, my sourdough starter is still sleeping. I fed it yesterday. Well, half of it I fed with wheat flour. That's starting to bubble a little bit. And the one I fed with rye flour is doing nada. So I'm going to keep fermenting them and see what this experiment is going to turn into. Something else to play with. So I have my little signs that I got yesterday. I think they look cute. And today I really have to plant my seeds. Otherwise, I'll just have to start new ones. The thing I find that putting them on the paper towel, if you wait too long, the little roots get tangled up in the paper towel. And if that happens, what I'm going to do is just cut a little piece of the paper towel along with it and just stick it in the ground that way, rather than tearing up the roots. I'm experimenting with my sourdough and the seeds. So, when you're retired, you have time to do these things. Life isn't always a big hurry. Thank God for that. So I'm planning on staying home today. I have lots to do since I've been gone for a couple days. I still have to do my budget book. I have to total up my expenditures and everything so I can get a better idea of my finances. So I have to do that, and then I have to do the planting of the seeds. I still haven't made up my mind 100% which way I'm going to do that. I'm still going to do the outside winter sowing, and at this point it's starting to be an early spring sowing, but it's only the beginning of March, and sometimes we do still get a lot of snow in March. So another experiment. So, if you're bored, there's lots of things to do. You don't have to just sit there and say you're bored. Do some experimenting. Have some fun with it. Let's try some of the coffee. Cheers. Always good. I'm not a coffee snob, so most coffees taste pretty good to me. The only thing I don't like is when a coffee is bitter. Really, the only dark roast coffee that I really like is Black Silk. It's by Folgers, and it's very rich tasting, but it's not bitter at all. I haven't had any of that in quite a while. I should make some. All right, I'm going to go enjoy my coffee and figure out what it is I'm going to do with myself here today, and check off some of my priorities. Okay, well, this morning for brunch, I thought I would try these Skinny Butcher chicken fillet patties. They have 12 grams of protein and 280 calories, and I made it in the air fryer today. So I made a little sauce here, and what I did is I want to use up my zucchini relish, and I mixed it with Cranch. I want to use that up too. And let me get this out. So I'm going to put a few slices of cucumber on here too, because the more veggies the better, I think. I know not everybody likes veggies, but I do. So I'm going to put a little bit of the dressing on here. So I have got a huge, huge mess going in my kitchen. What I'm doing is drilling holes in the containers I bought yesterday for the winter sowing, which, like I said, at this point has become spring sowing. So over there I've got a huge mess, and I want to get all that done before I relax this afternoon. So, okay, gonna add some more of the sauce. I want quite a bit of sauce on here. And this is on the Walmart bread that I just cut the end off of, so it's kind of like a bun. And then I'm just going to have a piece of lettuce. So pretty simple sandwich this morning. All right. And then I have to get back at it and get my planting done. Right now I'm planting some phlox for the front yard, as well as some, what do you call them? Hostas. Those will be for the back because I have a lot of shade back there. So right now I'm soaking those in some water, the phlox, and just to hydrate them a little bit, and then I'm going to plant those in yogurt pots. But first I'm going to have a little bite to eat. And then I just have some corn chips from Aldi's. All right, bring you forward a little bit, and I'm going to give this a taste. So my sourdough starter is not very active. The one that I fed with the whole wheat flour is starting to bubble up, but I think changing the hydration on it really slowed it down. But that's all right, I'll keep feeding it and see if I can't keep it going. All right, there it is. So let me give this, I've never tried these patties before, so let me give them a try. It's going to be hard to bite. Messy. It's good, but not as good as the Gardein fillets, but definitely good. And I think they're, well, might be a little cheaper. All right, I'm going to go ahead and eat my brunch, get back to my mess that I have. Well, here's my project for today. What I'm doing is I have this big box to try and contain the dirt that I need to bring in. And I have all these yogurt pots, and I made holes in the bottom. And I keep the lids as the little drainage plate. And then I have these that I'm going to plant in there. I have these and these. So, and there's 2 in each, so that'll be 8 altogether. And then I have the phlox. So I'm going to do those first, but another thing I'm doing, these are the containers that I bought for my winter sowing at Drug Mart. So I'm drilling holes on the bottom and in the top, and then I'll fill them up with dirt to halfway maybe, and then I'm going to divide those in half. I have some styrofoam that I'll put as a barrier, and then half I'll plant with one thing and the other half I'll plant with another thing. And I like these because they have handles, so they're easy to move around. And I have 4 of them all together, and depending on how it works out, I might get a couple more, but they were only like $3.99. I thought that was a reasonable price. So we'll see how it works, and if it doesn't work out, I can always clean them up and use them for stackable storage. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today, and I have a big mess going in my kitchen. So, and then my sourdough starter, that's being challenging, but I'm determined. I'm going to get it going. So I made a batch up last night, and this is actually starting to bubble. I don't know if you can see that. But this I made with wheat flour, and then this I made with rye flour, and it's not doing much of anything. So I'm going to have to divide this again and feed it with another 30 grams of water and 30 grams of flour, which is about a 1/4 cup, I guess, of each. I'm trying to use more of my scale. It's more accurate because the water then is by weight instead of by volume. But you can make it by volume too. So it depends. Anyway, lots of videos out there about making sourdough. So I'm going to continue on with that. And one of these days I'll make a loaf of sourdough bread. Okay, it is pouring rain out there, and I have been working on my winter sewing boxes. I have my trusty drill, and I have one of these, I don't know what you call them, spade bits, and I'm just drilling holes. I already drilled the holes in the top. Now I'm going to drill holes in the bottom for drainage, and then I'm going to sow my seeds in here. So you can use a drill, just a drill bit. I like to use this, it makes a little bigger hole. Or you could use your soldering iron and make holes. But I'm just going to do them this way. Okay, just that easy. I like these because they have a handle and they close. They have like a little locking mechanism, so that works great. So then what I've been doing, in each box I've been sewing 2 different things, and that sort of makes it about the size of a milk jug. So what I'm using in between, I have a piece of foam that I saved, and it was bigger, but all I'm doing with that is cutting a piece for in between the middle. And I just have a kitchen knife to do that. Nothing fancy. I just do a score line. go. And then I just cut it to fit the bin. And I just kind of eyeball it. And this is all stuff you can use from year to year. So the initial investment of $3.99 a box, I think, is worth it. And this kind of is a little smaller on the bottom, so I just cut the corners off. And there we go. Works great. And this won't decompose outside. So I like to save foam just for things like this. All right, now I'm going to fill this up with dirt to about here. Then I'm going to plant my seeds and top it with more dirt and label it. And right now it's raining outside, so I just put them outside. I have 3 others that I've planted, and I just put them outside in the rain so that they can get some rainwater. And then when they're wet enough, then I put the lid on, because you have to keep the seedlings wet. So that's it. Nothing real exciting. I'm going to switch over. All right, I'm going to take that out for a minute and put this dirt in there. Just fill it up. And then I'm going to put the divider back in. And you can plant flowers like this. Okay, well, I'm going to plant a few of these little pak choys. Can you see those? And hopefully they aren't too twisted up in this paper towel. So I'm going to plant 2 of them in each of these pots. And then eventually I'll make them, once they get bigger, I'll put them in their own pot. So these didn't take long to germinate at all. So if you're in a hurry to germinate your seeds, think about germinating them this way. All right, let's take a look here. You can see all those little seedlings. So I'm just going to put 2 or 3 in each of these. You have to be real gentle with them, because some of them do get stuck in the paper towel, like this one. Well, I'll plant it anyway. So I'm just going to pick some of these out. If you wanted to, you could even put the rest in a salad and eat it as a microgreen. Now, I'll stick 3 in, otherwise I will never get these all planted. These were seeds that I saved from my garden last year when my bok choy went to seed. So, okay, good luck, little seedling. May you live long and feed me. And not all these are going to take hold, because this is the trauma for these little guys. But we do what we can. So okay, I'm going to go ahead and plant some more of these and see what comes up, what survives, what doesn't survive. And these will probably go under some grow lights. Alright, so that's it for me today. I got to clean up this table. I still have more things to plant, but that's good for now. Okay, well here's everything I got planted today. Little broccoli sprouts, pak choi sprouts, more pak choi. I'm trying a couple different ways. I just kind of laid the sprouts on there and covered them lightly. See if that works, and these I just put in the soil. Here I planted phlox and hostas, a couple different kinds of hostas, and it is pouring outside. So these are my little winter sow greenhouses. I have 4 of them. So we'll see how that works out. I hope it works, and then that'll be the new way of planting next year. But it is really, really pouring. Ugh, cold and damp. Okay, and my kitchen blew up. Our kitchen blew up. What happened to the kitchen? I know, I made a mess. Yeah, you yell at me. Clean up, right? Yeah, all right. Yep. But at least I got that done. Now I can put the seeds away until it's time to plant the summer veggies. Oh my God. I need a cup of tea. Okay, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I have to get busy and clean up this big mess I made. Hey, you gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet, right? So it's still pouring out there. I hope I'm not drowning my new seeds. And all that work will be for nothing. Alright, my friends. That's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.